Good morning, friends. My name is Nate Jones. I woke up this morning and a thought just hit me, and I have not tested it against any of my friends or any of my colleagues. And I'm going to test my thought with you, which is most dangerous. But I'm getting to the place now where it really doesn't matter. We are so close to the climactic ending of all things. Doesn't matter now. So I'm going to share my thought with you. The thought occurred to me that in the cleansing of the sanctuary, there are two goats that are selected in the cleansing process. And as I was pondering that, I was thinking, why a goat and not a lamb? The lamb that taketh away the sins of the world. The blood of the lamb was well noted and well understood. So why in the cleansing process of the sanctuary, the most important phase of the sanctuary, a goat was needed and not a lamb? And as I was pondering that thought, it occurred to me, Jesus died as a goat and not as a lamb. You may ask, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Did not Jesus die as an outcast? Did not Jesus die as a sinner? Jesus died as a goat. He said when he cometh, he's going to separate the sheep from the goats. The sheep he'll put on his right, and the goats he'll put on his left. Yeah, I know. A lot of hairs are raising about this point. But let me close by saying this. The sin entered into the sanctuary by way of the lamb. The innocent lamb transferred the sin to the sanctuary. But it was the guilt upon the goat by which they were atoned for. In other words, Jesus took our sins upon himself, similar to that by which the scapegoat would take the sin upon himself. Jesus took the blood of the goat and representing it before his Father was in effect saying, lay on me the charge of these sins so that the innocent can go free. And what this is saying to me is that God is no respecter of persons. The same brunt that was placed on the goat by way of him who we know as the Christ is the same brunt that he will place upon Lucifer. The only difference is the question will be to the devil can you come back like my son came back? Now, I'm in deep waters now. There are so many people questioning as to whether or not Jesus is God. Jesus faced the wrath of God on our behalf to the fullest extent of God's wrath. Just like the other goat will experience the same. The only difference is Jesus came back from that. Both goats experienced the wilderness. Jesus was in the wilderness 40 days and 40 nights. He had his wilderness experience. And after he was a hungered, Satan came and pounced on him and gave him the fullest brunt that he could possibly give him. But Jesus simply said to him, "Get thee behind me, Satan. The prince of this world cometh and findeth nothing in me." When the devil is let loose in the wilderness, there is no one to chastise him or pounce on him. But the question is, can you come back from this? You say you want to be like the Most High. Okay. Prove it. Jesus died as a goat. He died the vilest of deaths because he took on the sins of the whole world. Lucifer will not take on the sins of the whole world in sense. He will not be punished for those sins that Jesus suffered for. God is just. He will suffer for those sins that he himself is guilty for, whether it be the allurement of those sins that the redeemed have suffered, but not the sins of the redeemed. Jesus, he suffered that. And rightly so, because he was the just that was given for the unjust. Two goats. And we all know what the scapegoat represented. And the thought just hit me and occurred to me that they both, in effect, doing the same thing. One, dying as a sinner for the purpose of cleansing the sanctuary. The other, bearing the guilt of sin to cleanse the universe. My name is Nick Jones. Do with it